Hi everyone, welcome back. In today's video, I'm doing a design team project for Luise Heinzl. I'll put all the details of the kit and what I'm doing in the description of this video. I'm using her kit. It's a brand new kit that has just come out into her Etsy shop. It's called the Adult Pages Crafty Critters. It's an extension of her original Crafty Critters kit, and it's all black and white, and it's just so quirky and so unique. All the designs are hand drawn and designed by Luise herself, which is another thing I really like about it because it's very, very unique. So we have there's 5 pages. There's these little like they remind me of butterfly fairies, really. These little critters here. A little, looks like a little chicken. Some beautiful background flowers and florals. A beautiful mermaid. I'll be using the mermaid and the little fairies in my project today. We also have this, which is like an elephant, an owl, a beautiful butterfly, and just so much detail and design in the background. Another unique one. How cute are these little flying little creatures? They're just adorable. Now, the good thing about this is because it is black and white, it's easy to print at home if you don't have a color printer. I currently don't have access to a color printer due to the lockdown in Australia. Although it's not a full lockdown, we can't always get out. So I can't print in color at the moment, but I have a black and white printer, and this is perfect. So I can print it out as many times as I like, use it in as many projects as I want. Today, I'm going to try and do something a little different. I'm going to try and make I suppose they were giant ATC cards. I was going to originally use these large, like an altered playing card of these large ones, but I'm just going to be covering the whole thing. So I thought it's no use using something where I'm going to cover up the background. So I'm just going to use an old manila like folder just to strengthen the back. Stick it on that so I can create the base of the card, and then I'm going to color it in and build up the layers in the idea that's in my head. I'm not sure if it's going to come onto the page, but I'm hoping so. So do stay with me. I'm going to speed it up for the rest of the process, and I might do a voiceover if needed just to discuss what I'm doing, but let's get started because I'm quite excited, and let's see how this project turns out. I'm going to start by cutting the background card that I'm using the manila folder for. I haven't measured anything, I'm just cutting it to a size that is easy to work with and that suits the design. I'm just using a regular glue stick here to stick it on, and as I stick it down I realize that the color of the fold is actually shining through, which I don't like. So I'm first sticking a plain piece of white paper over the card and then pasting the design page on top. So it's like a double layer, which then doesn't have that color shining through. I'm just going to use a corner rounder just to make the edges rounded. I'm cheating a little bit here again. I do like shortcuts. I want to do a mason jar for each of the cards, and instead of sitting for half an hour trying to draw one, I've just printed one out from the internet, and I'm just using the outline to trace it so I have the shape of the mason jar. Now it's time to color in. This is the fun part. I'm just using water-soluble pencils as I like the soft feel that it's giving the picture and for the overall effect of my design. But with this kind of colouring, you really could use anything. You could use acrylic paints, watercolours, just colouring in pencils, markers, wax crayons, anything really, and you can do all different kinds on the same page. I've just gone with this look as I want a soft feel for my design, but anything is possible. I'm adding some detail to the mason jar by putting a black outline on the bottom section and then just putting some detail on the lid part. I'm then going to stamp some handwriting design on just to give it a little bit of a different feel. I then realize that the pattern is a little bit too bold for the background and you can't really see the mason jar, so I'm putting a thin layer of gesso on the top just to mute it slightly and to make it stand out a little bit more. I'm pasting the mason jars on a backing board like I did the background and the characters. I'm now adding some additional layers of the card just to give the mason jar a little bit of a lift so it stands off the background page to give it a slight 3D effect. I've cut some additional flowers and leaves from the background pages that I'm going to colour, and then I'm going to add over the top of the mason jar so it looks like the mason jar is between the flowers and the background. I'm securing down all the layers with the hot glue. I love the way they turned out. I think they came out really pretty. I tried to do a bit of a 3D effect, so not everything was just flat. That is why I put the layers underneath the mason jar. So as you can see, it's not flat on the backing, and I left these petals loose so they sort of lift up and the wings lift up, so it's a little bit more 3D. I've made the colors quite soft. I didn't want to make it too dark. I wanted it bright and fun. And then the edging that I just did now, I felt it needed some kind of a frame. I was going to first do stitching, and then I thought that wouldn't suit the theme, so I thought just a light frame just with the black, which I then wiped down just to make it very muted. I think that came out quite nice. And my little mermaid with the little buds that are loose, same thing, and her tail is sort of up off the page. And there you go. These were really fun to make and really enjoyable. You can do so many things with them. This is my take on these little crafty critters. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'd love if you subscribed to my channel. I'll have more videos coming up soon. Get the kit, download it, and have some fun with it. And I'll see you again soon. Bye.